Сонце котиться, нам додому хочеться.
You're listening to the Artist for Artist UA, a podcast where Ukrainian artists discuss cultural, humanistic, social, historical, and political topics, and also talk about what hurts us and what gives us strength. My name is Kateryna Kravchenko. I am a Ukrainian singer, composer, co-founder of this podcast and the Artist for Artist UA initiative. My guest today is Mariana Sadovska, a Ukrainian performer, singer, composer, and actress. In this episode, we are not only talking about Mariana's current music projects, but also about the role of an artist in times of war, as well as about volunteering and the strength of culture. Before we get started, I would like to remind you that you can support our initiative by following the link in the description below. Your contributions will directly help Ukrainian artists who currently can't make art and perform on stage because they have to defend our freedom and future. Thank you very much and enjoy listening. Hello, Mariana. So nice to see you here. Thank you so much for being a part of our Artist for Artist UA initiative, and thank you for being our guest today at the Artist for Artist UA podcast. You are an amazing singer, composer, and actress with an international career. You have been performing all across the globe and have many international projects. And I would like to ask you, what are you working on right now? What are your current projects?
Usually I don't work on one project at once. Usually it's always many projects. So we just have a beautiful concert with my choir. I have here in Cologne, in Germany, where I live, I have a Ukrainian German choir, Rai, which in Ukrainian means paradise. And it's just a group of people who loves to meet and to sing and to the best is after the concert when we gather around table. And Saturday I thought, wow, it's now exactly like I started singing when I was going to the Ukrainian villages and recording grandma and grandpa who were sitting around the table and singing. That's how we do now. We sit, we're a group of people which we can communicate through singing, and we sing Ukrainian and German because most of the choir, 90% of the choir are Germans, and also Georgian songs, just because we love it and because we are in touch with beautiful singer from Georgia. So anyhow, this is one which just happened, and my main thing is to organize permission to travel for two great musicians from Ukraine, Oleg Kadanov and Stanislav Kononov. And also, like artistically now, I am working on project together with great writer from Ukraine, Kateryna Kravchenko, and we did a project when we combine music and her poetry, and we work towards performance. So it's not only music and reading, but more like real performance with two voices. And we already actually showed premiere in Kyiv, but it was very little time to develop. And now I want to really go deeper and make it more precise and more fine. And we hope, we have invitation to perform it for the Independence Day in August. So I'm working on it right now. Yes.
Wow, that sounds exciting, and that sounds like a lot of going on with musicians who are actually right now living in Ukraine, artists. And this is also the main subject of our platform, Artist for Artist UA, to help Ukrainian artists who are living in the war conditions right now, like facing the war every day. Some of them also joined Ukrainian armed forces. And yeah, this is just important to save lives of those artists, to support them. And I know that you are doing so much since the beginning of the war in Ukraine in 2014. So it's not just from the full-scale invasion 2022, but you have been start working a lot to support artists, to support people who are living close to the front line. So I want to ask, why is it important for you, and why are you doing all of this?
I mean, how can you not? Actually, it started all with the revolution of dignity and in Maidan in Ukraine, when people, all my friends, all my colleagues, including such person like Valentin Silvestrov, like a greatest composer of new music in Ukraine, all my family members, they were all there in Kiev, and telling no to the slavery, to come back to totalitarianism, to come back to Russian imperium. We always, basically, it was to tell no to the to the totalitarian system. We wanted to be free, and it's begun already there. And then when Crimea was occupied, and then when part of Donbass was occupied, of course, this question, what can I do, was very, like, it was the number one. And I remember here in Cologne, first thing we did, it was to organize and call people to go on the street and demonstrate that it's not only there somewhere, but also we are here, Ukrainians. We wanted to get attention of people in Germany, and in this way to evoke empathy and to tell them about that we exist. Because how long, not anymore, but how long, for so many people, they were not able to differentiate that Ukrainians are not Russians. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then, of course, then I went to Ukraine, and I was sitting there with my friends, my theater colleague from Lviv, because I'm originally from Lviv city. And we knew that Donetsk was already occupied, and that Russian army was going towards Mariupol. And I was sitting there with my friends, and we told, like, come on, if all Ukraine will go now to Mariupol, then they will not come through. I would never forget this conversation. And suddenly we received phone call from our friend. He was originally from Donetsk. His name is Konstantin Batowski, and he was in Mariupol. And he told, like, hi guys, would you imagine to come to us, and we organize reading poetry and concerts just to support people here in Mariupol, that so they don't feel that they're alone. They feel they are part of Ukraine, and we all are ones. And we jumped into the train. Really, we jumped into the train and we went to Mariupol. And I knew how dangerous it was. But, you know, it was for us so important to be there. And I will never forget the theater of Mariupol. Theater was full. Grandmothers, children, soldiers, beautiful young people. And we were reading poetry of Vasil Stus, who is originally from Donbass, and Bogdan Igor Antonich, who is originally from West Ukraine. And it was like such symbolic thing. And then we were performing in the university and in the small clubs in the villages. Again, I will never forget, it was in Urzów, in a small club. We were inside performing for soldiers who just escaped out of Ilovaisk. It was, you know, surrounded Ilovaisk. For one of the first tragedy when they organized the green corridor for Ukrainian army, but then when the soldiers start to move, they were like shooting them. And those who survived came to this concert. And I remember when the doctor, the military doctor came to me and he told like, wow, it's the first time I saw smile on their faces. When the big scale war started, I felt already, it was like already before the war started, big scale. And when already here in the news, they were speaking, okay, something will happen. And our friend, choreographer from Cologne, he called us and he was like, hey guys, we cannot just sit and wait, let's do something. So with him and together with my husband, who is theater director, Andre Erlen, we decided to do like event, solidarity event, and we call it Art Against War. And our idea was to gather here in Cologne in one space artists from different discipline, writers and musicians and theater makers and dancers, and to make live, live contact to the artists in Ukraine. And it happened on February 13, and we talked in that time to for example, to the performer in Antonina Romanova, who after the conversation she went as a soldier to the war, or to Yuri Andruchovich and Serhiy Zhadan and people from Teatr Lesy in Lviv, and Luba Yakimchuk, writer. And we were talking to them, and after we were reading their text or making music for them, or like to show that we are together. And it was the beginning of our initiative. And when the big scale war started, all those artists were not hesitating to participate on solidarity events, to go to demonstrations, to show that we are together, we will stand for, and donate. I always say that I know how art can save the world, because the river of donation which came to us from all my friends in the whole world, from Israel, from Finland, from America, from France, from Poland, all these people who were already somehow connected through the art project with Ukraine, they had no hesitation. They were quick, and they were just like, the aim was to help, to protect, to help, to save. I also remember that in that time I felt a lot of connection with us musicians, mostly my colleagues, mostly women living around in Germany, and how we were, each of us were doing something. And so I remember when one of the biggest festival in Rudolstadt, they contacted me and they was like, oh, we want to invite you with the concert to show solidarity with Ukraine. And I suggested, let's invite not only me, let's invite all our musical battalion, how I called it. And I remember this concert when all of us, we stand together, and so when Tamara Lukasheva was suggesting now to organize this Artist for Artist UA, it's very natural. It's of course, how should it be different? And how, it's very natural process. Because yes, each of us alone, we can do a lot, but each of us together, we can change something, we can influence something.
Yeah, that's very, very powerful, and a lot of meaning and a lot of strength in all those solidarity events. And our platform, Artist for Artist UA, it's also like this gesture of support, of like encouraging, of like, hey people, we're here, we want to like to save Ukrainian culture. And for that, we need Ukrainian artists to be alive, to be performing. And right now, it's very hard because so many just have to go to the front to protect us, to protect the democracy and our freedom. And also that the two artists that you're gonna perform very soon together, also whether volunteering or even at the front line right now. And I would like you to tell us a little bit more about them and about your project together and about your concerts with them.
Yes, I'm very happy. We are talking now about amazing musician and poetry writer and songwriter from city of Kharkiv. His name is Oleg Kadanov. He's young, but he's already in Ukraine kind of legend because people know him from project Orchestra Che, or people know him very well from his collaboration with Serhiy Zhadan and project Mannerheim, Linia Mannerheima. And when the big scale war started, he created or founded initiative Cultural Shock. And again, it's similar like all of us, gathering donation for very concrete things, and like, for example, night vision devices or drones. And he organized them, bought them, like organized donations, bought them, and he was driving them to the front. So all the time, because Kharkiv is very much in the front line. So he was going to the very, to Bakhmut, to Avdiivka, to Gulaipole, to all those places which are now on the front lines. And in 2022, we invite project Linia Mannerheima with Serhiy Zhadan and with Oleg here to Cologne to the festival, which again we organized with our theater friends, Urbank, Festival Urbank, which in 2020 was all for Ukrainian art. And Oleg came, and we were all admired by his music, by his voice. And then we organized meeting with our NGO, in Cologne, which is Blau-Gelbe Kreuz. And this organization is gathering humanitarian help, also medical help. For example, just a week ago, a few medical cars were going again to Zaporizhia, to the very east, which this organization organized. And so they get in touch, and Blau-Gelbe Kreuz, one of amazing things they do, they organize big medical backpack. One medical backpack can save 5 lives. So it's with the totally equipped with them everything you need. And so I know that Oleg started to work with them and getting those backpack and bringing them again to the front line. But Oleg is musician, and it's such a shame that he is that he's not permanently on the stage. He is on the stage during the war. During he's doing all this, he also created new project with his partner Stanislav Kononov, duet. So when you go on his Facebook, he always posted new poetry or new songs, and of course I wanted so much that not only that they have a chance to perform, but that audience here listen to them, hear them, talk to them. I think this direct contact is very, very crucial. So that's why I knew I will invite Oleg and Stas to join me on the festival, Asphalt Festival in Düsseldorf, which is already next week on July 9th. But then when I started to prepare all documents needed for them to cross the border, I realized, wow, it's such a big work, such a bureaucratic work. How come we do it only for one concert? So I posted on Facebook, hey, people, I will try to get Oleg Kadanov to perform in Germany. Who wants to help to organize another concerts? And basically, it's amazing. People from all around got back to us, and we actually put together a tour. And it's not a company, producing company. It's all people who just want to do something, So we make tour in Poland and in Germany and in Portugal. I was so happy. And then, bam, the answer comes that according to new rule, they can leave Ukraine only for 10 days. So we have to cancel 4 concerts in Munich and in Nuremberg and in Wrocław and in Berlin, which is already like, But then we fight at least for these concerts, which will be in Bonn and in Düsseldorf and in Krakow and in Lisbon. And can you imagine? We have everything organized. We have the advertising is on. We booked almost the whole travel, the flights which we need from Poland to Germany, to Lisbon and back to Poland. The tickets are unsold, and we still wait till tomorrow to get last permission that they can cross the border. So it is like that, you cannot just invite musician if it's male. With the women is easier if they're not a soldier. But you are in this worries till the last moment. I mean, I will probably breathe out when I will know that they cross the borders. So the concerts will be in Bonn on July 8th. Before that, they will perform in Krakow on July 5th. They will perform in Düsseldorf an Asphalt Festival on July 9th. And they will fly to Lisbon and they will perform in Lisbon on July 11th. So we have 4 concerts, and everywhere big excitement, and I hope a lot of audience will come, Ukrainian audience, non-Ukrainian audience. Again, it's like artist for artist UA. All this tour is just because of energy and will of people. Most of those people are actually themselves from Kharkiv, not like me, I'm from Lviv, who are, oh, Oleg is coming, we can bring Oleg, let's do it, like risking, really risking. But that's how we are. I remember after one concert in Hanover, somebody came to me and told, it was non-Ukrainian person, and she told, you teach the whole world what resilience means. And I was like, wow, that's really, that gives me strength to continue. Or I remember when we were preparing one project, somebody told, wow, it's impossible, let's do it. It's very Ukrainian, that's very our way. It's actually impossible, let's do it.
Bravo.
Yeah. I think for musicians who are decided to stay in Ukraine, not only musician, artist, it's very strong decision. It's very powerful decision. I want to tell you, for those who listen to us, that when you are in Ukraine now, you feel incredible life energy. The poetry is written. Theaters are full and new pieces are created. And it's amazing. They perform and then our sirens, they stop, and all audience is going to the basement shelter to wait till the sirens will be over, and then come back and watch performance till the end. It's amazing. Concert space are full, such life is going on there, and such intensity, such beauty, such power. I don't think there is somebody in this world who can destroyed it. And of course, that's why we need this platform.
This is Artist for Artist UA podcast, and you are welcome to support us on Buy Me a Coffee platform. All the donations will go to our colleagues, Ukrainian artists in Ukraine, who are on the front line right now.
It's Serhiy Zhadan, he told it once, art helps to fight the fear. And the first thing artists in Ukraine were doing, they were going to shelters and making concerts, an art project theirs with people in shelters, to fight the fear. This is our task, and remind ourselves about the beauty. For me, I must say, I may be the oldest member of Artist for Artist Ukraine. And every time, this is advertising now. Every time I watch, who is there, like which kind of musicians are there and what they are doing. I really want to encourage all people, just go to the website, Google all of us, or all of you young people, like your music, Kateryna, and Victoria Leleka, and Hanna Hryniva, and Laura Marti, and Tamara Lukasheva, and all other. Watch our music. It's beauty and strength. It gives you will discover, and then you will buy a coffee to support our initiative, because it's beauty and strength and soul and heart. It's all what matters, really. And it's not, sometimes when we speak about hard time and war, there is a lot of tears and fear and heaviness. But if you go and listen to the music we create, there is such a strength and beauty and lightness. And wow, I'm so amazed. I'm so amazed of the work you all are doing. It's beautiful.
Very much, Mariana. Thank
And
you.
worth fighting for.
Yeah, that's like we are just gathering all we have to offer, and we are offering it from the bottom of our hearts to people that can listen to those works that we're doing, or watch, or like come to our concerts. And then with our art, we want to support others as well. Like with this platform, the main thing for us is to offer something from our like creative process to everyone for a donation that we can then use as support for other artists in Ukraine. So this is like a never-ending circle of the slide, and just excitement. I don't know, just inspiration, and this is what art is for, and we shall not forget about it, even in the hard times, in the dark times. Just like unite as we do, and create initiatives, do projects, talk on our concert, do statements, show what we're like, what is happening, telling that to our friends, to close people, just just working on that all the time, because it's our role as an artist. It's not just singing a song, it's not only that. It's not only playing your instrument. It's all about what you can share from the bottom of your heart with everyone, and what values you're standing for.
I feel very often people were telling me that they are happy to be able to do something very concretely. And this is why I think such initiative is so important, because Artists for Artists UA, it goes directly and very quick to very concrete people. So you can almost like see where your donation is going. I think it's so important because, of course, they're a big organization and people, of course, it's also important and they're working on other levels. But then sometimes you don't know, it's somewhere. And here you can really see, okay, this artist became support, or this artist was going to the concert, or this artist became I don't know, the bulletproof vest, you know. So it's very direct, and I think this is so great about it. It's such a great possibility. Yes.
Yes, thank you very much, Mariana. It was a pleasure to talk to you today. I wish you great concerts, good luck with everything, and hope to see you soon.
Уже сонце котиться, нам додому хочеться.
Thank you for listening to the Artist for Artist UA podcast. My name is Kateryna Kravchenko. I am a Ukrainian singer, composer, and today I had the pleasure to talk to Mariana Sadovska, a performer, singer, composer, and actress from Ukraine, currently based in Cologne. I would like to remind you that you can support our initiative by following the link in the description below. Your contributions will directly help to Ukrainian artists who currently can't make art and perform on stage because they have to defend our freedom and future. Subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media. Thank you for your support. Slava Ukraini!